Hello.
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 Hello, my friend.
Hello. I'm Mish. I'm Bree. And this is Chat MBTea, where we talk about life and shoot the shit.
So, it's our intro episode, which is so exciting. This has been in the works for a little while now, and oh my gosh, it's real.
It's real.
It's happening.
We're doing the damn thing.
I'm so excited. Okay. So, to start a little bit, we're going to kind of tell you who we are because,
Crazy.
who are we? Who are we? Well, we're both 25, born and raised in New Jersey. We love coffee, if you couldn't tell.
I will take a sip.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
You hear my gulp? I'm so sorry.
Same.
And we're like gym
Rats. Rats.
We enjoy the gym. We like to lift heavy.
But it's not our entire lives.
No, you will never see me in a shirt that says swole.
I hope not. I will take it off of you.
I figured I just putting it out there, you know?
Fair enough.
So, Mish,
Bree.
tell me about you. What's going on? What's your favorite podcast?
Favorite podcast, which is so on par because this is our podcast, but my favorite podcast is Morbid. Has nothing to do with our podcast.
No.
Complete opposite. They talk about it's true crime and they're hilarious. They are awesome to listen to. They talk about victims and true crime stories and they do a phenomenal job. Not stuff that we talk about here, but they are awesome to listen to. It is the only podcast that I listen to.
Really?
Yes, the only one. I will binge it and binge it over and over again. It is my ride or die. I love their show. Love it. Period.
Interesting.
Yes.
We have very different podcast like listens.
What are yours?
I have like a top 3. So top 3 would be For You from Eve. She's amazing, and she's actually the person that got me listening to podcasts. It was one of those things where I was listening and I felt like I was having a conversation with a friend, which is so nice, especially when you're someone who is hyper independent and you do a lot of things on your own. Having a podcast that you can listen to that's kind of like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm, like, sitting here with the gals as I'm, like, grocery shopping," you know?
Mm-hmm.
I also love Love You By and, Date Yourself Instead. So, 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 so good. My podcasts are definitely more like self-help, wellness,
Mm-hmm.
girl type of, but yeah, those are mine.
Love that for you. I'll have to take a listen.
They're so good. I'm obsessed. Oh.
And what about favorite song?
Oh. So my favorite song has been on repeat, like literally on repeat for the last, I want to say like month.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I can scream this in the car, like nobody's business, but Dua Lipa Training Season. Oh
Such a good song.
my training seasons. Oh,
Sing it, girlfriend.
over.
Sing
Over.
it.
It's over.
Over. OVER. Over.
Yes. Yours?
Teddy Swims, The Door.
Ooh.
It is such a vibe. I can't relate personally to it, but it is such a catchy song. I can listen to it over and over and over again. And also similarly, the Benson Boone song, Beautiful
Yes.
Things. Oh my god. Such a good song.
Oh my
I can
goodness.
listen to that too, also on repeat.
Did you see his Grammy
I
performance?
did.
Oh my goodness.
And that's why I had to mention it
Oh,
as my
delish.
second because
Delish.
so good. So good.
So good. All right. Comfort shows.
Easy. I'll bang them out right now.
Let's
Grey's
do it.
Anatomy,
Mm-hmm.
Vampire Diaries,
Ooh.
One Tree Hill,
Love it.
Scandal,
Mm-hmm.
and Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
Easy. Over on repeat, always circling through. I don't think, although we are watching Severance right now,
It's on my list.
It should be.
It's on my list. It's just one of those things that, like, I haven't been in the headspace to watch a new show.
I get it.
So, we're binging the same old. So, my comfort shows are more Supernatural, Grace and Frankie, True Blood, Friends, and The Witcher.
Haven't seen it, heard good things.
Henry Cavill, man. Ugh, delish.
I've heard very good
Ugh,
things.
that man is blessed. But besides the fact, so how how did this start? Right?
Great question.
How did we become friends? Why are we here? All the questions that I know are going through your head. So let's start from the very beginning. How we met.
Oh boy,
Oh boy,
it's a doozy.
it's it's so funny though.
I love telling this story.
I know.
I love thinking about it. It is a great story. We were freshmen in high school. We went to different middle schools, so this was our first time. We did not know each other prior to this, and we were in English and science together.
Mhm.
But we met first in English. We
Mm.
sat next to each other,
Exactly.
and our English teacher was
Wait. Backtrack for just a hot sec. Before we even touch on who our English teacher was, because she was fantastic, hysterical, crazy, but we sat down next to each other for, I want to say, about a month and a half before this ever occurred. And I looked at her, and in my head, I went, she kind of looks like a bitch.
yeah, and I thought the same about you.
Right. And we were like, okay, we're not speaking. Sat direct, like literally
Like,
less than this away from each other. And we were like, yeah, no, not my kind of person.
nope.
Continue.
And our English teacher was phenomenal. She was hilarious, hysterical. And on this particular day, she decided to express how much she not only hates freshmen, but freshman girls,
Which we related to
which we related to
a lot.
because we were freshman girls and we also hated freshman girls. So when she proceeded to explain why she hated freshman girls, we lost our shit.
So pretty much she's sitting there and she's like, well, I hate freshman girls particularly because of the screech, the pterodactyl screech they do when they see each other. She's like, they saw each other less than 5 minutes ago. And every time they see each other in the hallway, they're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in forever. Like, calm down. Calm down.
Meanwhile, they spent all summer together
Exactly.
and they're in classes together. They see each other at lunch, they see each other in the hallways, and every time they see each other in the hallway,
Without fail.
it is the pterodactyl screech that we will not do and we will not hurt your ears.
No.
But it was, she did the screech in
Oh.
class and was just like acting out. Oh my God, haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Love you. And she's like, meanwhile, you were just in my class 5 minutes ago together. And Brie and I are losing it. We are hysterical laughing and end up on the floor into the same aisle. We fall and are basically laughing in each other's faces.
Literally, we looked at each other, and it was literally at that moment where I was like, okay,
She's cool.
she's cool. Like, we're good.
We're good. We can relate.
And then from there, we were in science class together. So at that point, we were like friendly-er. So we said hello now. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything like crazy.
We weren't hanging out after school.
No. So we're in science, and I had a friend in the class, and we had to make groups. So Mish needed a group. So she looks at us and asks, what did you ask or did I
I
ask?
think you asked. You and me, because I was like, everyone kind of knew each other because I think most of the class was from
Yes.
your middle school.
Yes, yes.
And I didn't know as many people in the class as other people did.
Right.
So everyone was forming their groups and I was just kind of standing there like, ooh, I hate this. I hate this so much. And I think
real experience.
you saw that I was struggling and you were like, hey, Mish, like, why don't you come join our group? And I was like, thank the Lord. Thank the good Lord. I found some people.
And after that,
It was endgame from there.
that was it. We started hanging out all the time. We
All the time. I have screenshots still. I think I have to find them of, like, our phone conversations going on 3, 4 hours after
Oh my
school.
god, literally, we were inseparable, and ever since then, it's she's my person, like, that's it.
Oh, you're my person.
Thanks.
I love that.
Um, and yeah, so that's how we met, and that's the entire craziness of how Tweedledee and Tweedledum became friends.
Facts.
So, I think the other big part of this as you're listening is, why should I listen? Like, what are you guys talking about? Why do I care?
I don't really have I don't I think you should listen because we're hilarious.
We are. Well, we think so at least. Um, but I think the bigger part of it was we know that our conversations are all over the place, yes, but to have a person that is so much like you but so different at the same time is something that's I think truly rare. Um, we are the same person just in different fonts. But the way that we the
Don't
way
do that.
sorry the way that we handle situations and react to things is completely different. So being able to have that person that's going to even you out is so important. And being able to take that and create a community of inclusivity of saying, all right, like, listen, life is hard.
Life is so hard.
Life is crazy, it's hectic, and especially in your 20s, it is just you're literally like a baby adult and you're wandering around trying to figure out how am I supposed to deal with any of this.
Mhm.
So having some place where you hear the real struggles and life and kind of the ups and downs of literally two normal 20-year-olds, just in hopes of like making people feel more comfortable at where they're at.
Right. Yeah, and just kind of also talking about what we're going through and all of the things that we have on our plate and continue to add to our plate, like this podcast, as if we didn't have enough going on. I honestly have no idea how we found the time to do this,
Mhm.
but it was a 0.5-second conversation.
Literally.
And it was like, "Hey, you wanna start a podcast?" And it was like, "Hey, yeah, I do. I would really love that." And the next day, we were starting a podcast. So here we are, and, with everything else going on in our lives, um, just managing and getting through it together and talking about it and talking about the fact that it's not easy and hearing other people's things and also making them feel like they're not alone and life is hard and all
Absolutely.
the things. So,
And then to our favorite part of the entire thing is the
the advice corner.
Mhm.
Yes. We're so, so excited for the advice corner. We have an email set up. It is chat MBTea at the end at gmail.com,
Mm,
where you can write in questions, stories that we can share, and we can give two very different perspectives because we are two very different people. Although I do want to mention, speaking of two very different people, somebody put us in a great explanation where they said we're the same person with two different personalities. So I think that explains us very well. And that's what
yeah.
you would get listening to us and sharing your stuff with us.
To give an example on just how different we are, there is this couple at the gym that we go to. Her face said it all. Okay.
If you're listening and not watching, yikes.
Yeah. So there's this couple at the gym that we go to, and they're very
Not our people.
no,
Not our people.
not friendly, not anything. And if you know anything about us, which some of you guys have no idea, we are typically very friendly people.
Our faces are not.
But if
We
you smile at us, we're gonna smile back.
right.
Like it's we're not intentionally being rude or mean. It's RBF, man. It's real. And the girl in this couple continues to give me dirty looks. So Mish tells me about this. We're at the gym, and I'm like, I think she's a little crazy. And I see it.
If you're listening and not watching, Bree's face is
Mm.
throw hands.
Yes. And we're having a conversation about it afterwards, and Mish is like, um, I really just want to go over there and ask her to be friends. The double take that I did, I was like, you want to do what? She's like,
I She kept looking at me. She always gave me dirty looks. This was before Bree joined, and I, for a split second, thought that I was crazy. But then she saw it, and I was telling her that at some point wanted to just be like, I'm just gonna go up to her and say, "Do you wanna be friends? Like, do you wanna hang out? Do you wanna exchange numbers? What's going on here?" Meanwhile, Bree's like, hell no, not happening."
no. My immediate response was, you need to just turn around and look at them and be like, can I help you? Take a picture to last longer. Like, what is the problem?
And this is a perfect example of how you're getting two very different people because I am a lover, not a fighter. And Bree is like, "I will throw hands at you if you wanna look at me the wrong way."
My hands are rated E for everyone, and I do not mean that in a joking manner. I mean it wholeheartedly.
She does. And that's why I love her because we balance each other out.
Yeah. Misha's the one that's going Misha's gonna be the mouth. She's gonna be the one that'll talk and, do all of that and try and resolve, and I'm the person that's like, "I can fight you now, and we can resolve it later," and that's kinda that.
Damn straight.
Oh, there was a couple things that we missed about you that are, like, super important to you as a human being.
I am a dog mom. And, if you know me, and if you don't, you'll come to realize that I make that my entire personality because I'm obsessed with her, and this is the lovely Ginge
She's
laying
adorable.
right here with us. She's our podcast mascot. Her name is Ginger, sometimes Ginger Louise, or Gia Louise, and Gingerella. She has a ton of nicknames. She is my girl, my ride or die, my child. And I am also a fiance, getting married this year. We're so excited. 2025 bride. Bree is my maid of honor, and we are so excited. So I am planning a wedding. And yeah, it's been crazy.
It's it's, like, absolutely unreal, especially, like, being someone that, you know, has been with you since high school and watching the growth of, like, we were kids to, like,
Babies.
being an adult and, like, planning all of this and literally watching this beautiful life of hers unfold.
Oh, I love you.
I love you more.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's the truth. And the other aspect in which we're very, very different is I am single as a Pringle, okay? And I love it. Okay? Love to, continue to work on myself and kind of figure out what's going on. And having those two completely different sides of that coin offers a lot of different insight.
Mhm. That's right. Yes.
All right. We have blabbed on for quite a while about
And this is what you'll get from us.
pretty
Just a
much
ton of yapping.
literally us shooting the shit.
Another thing that we do want to mention that we'll be doing in the podcast, along with the advice corner, is themed stories.
Yes.
For example, one thing that I know we talked about wanting to do was crazy first date stories or any date story at all. Um,
I'm so ready for that episode. I'm so ready.
we don't know exactly when we'll be doing it, but if you guys want to get a head start and start emailing those in, go ahead
Do it.
because it is going to be hilarious. And I'm so excited for that. But yes, themed stories, advice corner, maybe even like little game episodes like Would You
Absolutely.
Rather. Um,
Gosh.
yes, so we are here for it. We are so excited. We're excited to be here. We're excited that you're here. And we can't wait to grow with you guys.
We have an Instagram. It's gonna be linked. I hit the mic again.
Follow. It's like in the House Bunny, remember when she was like, I forget the names, but how she said the name? Yes, to remember them. Follow. I can't do it, but you get the point.
Oh my god. So, our Instagram is gonna be linked below at Chat MBT. That's MBTEA. make sure to go follow us and check it out. We're gonna be posting a whole lot of content and stuff on there. Um, and then you can also watch this episode on our YouTube channel, which, as you could probably guess, is also Chat MBT, MBTEA.
And yes, we already mentioned our email, chatmbtea@gmail.com. Feel free to email, write in, ask questions, and that's how you can get involved. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you for
Bye.
listening.